Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Some breaking news tonight, new developments in the Carly Schaaf case. Good evening, everyone. The 23-year-old Lincoln woman's body was found near Pawnee Lake back in June.
After months of waiting, the autopsy results have officially been released, and Channel 8's Alexa Skaneski joins us live here in the studio with the latest details she's learned. Alexa?
Yeah, that's right, guys. 23-year-old Carly Schaaf died by homicide, according to her death certificate I obtained today. Records showed the cause of death was combined acute intoxication by diphenhydramine and methamphetamine and asphyxia due to smothering. Diphenhydramine is mostly commonly found in allergy medicines like Benadryl. Her body was found at Pawnee Lake on June 10th, and according to the death certificate, she was pronounced dead at 10:35 that morning. Schaaf's mother originally reported her missing on May 19th. Investigators determined she had gone missing under suspicious circumstances. Now, back in June, Sheriff Terry Wagner said the remains were not visible to the human eye and appeared to be purposefully concealed. No arrests have been made at this time, but officials have said there is no threat to the public.
All right, Alexa Skaneski with the latest on that sad case. Thank you so much for that. We also have more details tonight about an early morning shooting that happened in North Lincoln.
Police say a 46-year-old man was shot in both his legs, but his injuries are not considered life-threatening. It happened near 27th and Holdridge a little after midnight. Police found shell casings, and they're still trying to find video evidence from around the area. No arrests have been made. The skyline in Lincoln has changed throughout the years, adding new buildings and homes and revitalizing older neighborhoods.
And that construction is impacting our economy today and in the future. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us from a construction site at 29th and Fair Street to explain.
In many other communities across the country, construction came to a grinding halt. But not in Lincoln. We kept building and growing. I mean, we are shattering records for annual construction in this city.
In 2020, there was about $750 million spent on construction. This year, the city of Lincoln is planning on spending about $1 billion in construction. With more construction projects means more jobs.
In Lincoln, we have seen about 2,000 more construction jobs grow since February of 2020. So about a 26% rise in construction jobs, and these are good paying jobs.
Not only will you see changes downtown, but also in our neighborhoods.
Right where we stand, basically, there was a single house, and it had over the years gotten dilapidated, had fallen apart, there were holes in the roof. And NeighborWorks was able to purchase the house, which came on a sizable lot.
NeighborWorks is in the process of revitalizing the lot into a duplex and a single-family home, offering affordable housing to low-income families.
We have a history of providing reinvestment in the Clinton neighborhood, and we just see such quality neighborhoods that need that little help, that where you start with some reinvestment and then you see a ripple effect from there.
All these commercial and residential properties support our tax base, and our tax base supports our schools. So as the schools educate the workforce of tomorrow, you've really got a pretty virtuous cycle going.
All right, and just a reminder, talking about this story, the city of Lincoln is growing on average by about 4,000 people a year.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, that's about the size of the town of Waverly.
All right, let's get to your first forecast now. Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer is here. Well above normal once again for this time of year.
Right, and I think, Rod, as you asked me earlier, what is normal? Because it's definitely not been this October so far. Temperatures remain above normal. The high temperature reached 81 degrees. This is our fourth day to reach 80 degrees so far this month, which, oh, by the way, we only average 4 days of 80-degree temperatures, and we're likely to see several more over the next several days. Right now, you can see all the clouds we had earlier are starting to burn off. We're seeing the sun beginning to set. Sunset this evening, by the way, is just before 7 o'clock in the evening. It's still 80 degrees in Lincoln. It is 77 right now in Beatrice, 83 in Grand Island, 81 in both Hastings as well as in Kearney. Humidity is a little bit higher as dew points are sitting in the middle to upper 50s in some locations. We're getting to that point where once we hit 60 and above, it starts to feel a little uncomfortable. Not there just yet, and we'll likely keep dew points in the 50s as we go through the next 48 hours or so. Now, as we go through the rest of this evening, we'll see the clouds beginning to depart. 79 degrees by 6 o'clock. We'll see see mostly clear skies as we go through the overnight, down to 66 degrees by 10 o'clock. We start warming up even more tomorrow. If you thought today's 81 was high, it's going to be pretty much cool compared to the next 2 days. We'll talk about how warm you can expect it to be, and there's a strong cold front coming our way. When that passes is in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
Well, I tell you what, John, if people had any outdoor projects that they needed to do, this was the week to do it, right?
Most definitely, and really you've still got some time this weekend, I think, to get those done as well.
All right, thank you, John. Talk to you later. Now to an update on a story we first brought you last month.
The Millard South volleyball mom who was in hospice battling cancer has now passed away, according to her family. Teresa Hegdorn was diagnosed with sarcoma about 1.5 years ago and was only able to watch her daughter Emily, right there, play volleyball games online. But 2 weeks ago, she watched Emily play in person. Both teams wore yellow to honor Teresa, and fans, they bought bracelets, raffle tickets. There was even a silent auction that they could take part in. All of those efforts raising money for the family. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them tonight. Now to Alabama, where 4 people were killed after flash flooding overnight.
Yeah, some areas getting up to 10 inches of rain. Crews across Birmingham rescued dozens of people who were trapped in cars and in their homes. Unfortunately, the bodies of a 4-year-old and an 18-year-old girl were found, and 2 others died after their vehicle was swept away in rushing water. Crews are now out checking the damage and checking out infrastructure. All right, let's go to Washington now, where there's a deal to raise the debt limit, averting potential economic disaster.
Senate leaders are still working out the details, and a vote is expected to be taken soon. ABC's Eyewitness is in Washington with the latest.
After hours of negotiations, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer emerging Thursday morning with positive news.
We have reached agreement to extend the debt ceiling through early December, and it's our hope that we can get this done as soon as today.
He's hoping to raise the debt limit by $480 billion, the amount the Treasury Department says it needs to fund the government through December 3rd. Speaking to reporters at the White House, Vice President Kamala Harris says the deal needs to be done as soon as possible, all while highlighting Republicans' contributions to the debt.
This debt, without question, was accrued by members of both parties, including $8 trillion from the last administration, from the Trump administration.
After facing mounting pressure, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell reversing course and offering Democrats a path forward to raise the debt ceiling.
The pathway our Democratic colleagues have accepted will spare the American people any near-term crisis.
Senator Dick Durbin says McConnell realized what defaulting on the nation's debt would mean.
I think he finally realized the gravity of his strategy, how this would have seriously damaged the economy and hurt a lot of innocent people, and that he would have had the responsibility for it, and his party as well.
Still, not everyone is on board.
My position hadn't changed. President Biden and his party want to pass a spending orgy reconciliation bill that would cost $4 trillion.
A new Quinnipiac poll shows President Biden's slipping approval rating. Less than 4 in 10 Americans approve of Biden's job performance, his lowest approval rating yet. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
And still ahead on the news tonight, a COVID vaccine for younger children takes another step toward approval.
That story and more after the break.
Health news now. Pfizer has officially applied for emergency use authorization for its vaccine in kids ages 5 to 11 today.
ABC's Mandy Gaither has more on what the rollout for those vaccines may look like if it's authorized for that age group.
If authorized, it would be the first COVID-19 vaccine for younger children. Pfizer officially applying for emergency use authorization for kids ages 5 to 11.
This is an important development.
The FDA has scheduled time to review the Pfizer data October 26th. That would be followed by consideration by the CDC. While it's still unclear how long a decision may take, here was the timeline for adults. Pfizer applied for an EUA on November 20th, 2020. It was authorized December 11th.
We are ready. We have the supply. We're working with states to set up convenient locations for parents and kids to get vaccinated, including pediatricians' offices and community sites.
Pfizer says in trials, more than 2,200 children were given 1/3 of the dose adults get. The company found its vaccine safe and generated a robust antibody response. But officials know they're continuing to contend with vaccine hesitancy.
I would anticipate that as parents and their children have questions of their pediatricians and other local health professionals, and they get those questions answered, that more and more parents and kids will want their kids to get vaccinated.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Pfizer began submitting that data to the FDA last month, but had not formally requested authorization until today.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Some fog this morning, then as we've gone throughout the day, a mixture of sun and clouds. And now as we're heading towards sunset, we're starting to see the clouds depart. We'll see mostly clear skies as we go through the overnight hours. By the way, sunset this evening now drops below 7 o'clock. It's at 6:59, at least in Lincoln. Temperatures right now sitting at 80 degrees at the airport. It's 81 degrees on the east side of town at Southeast Community College. We made it all the way up to 81 degrees today in Lincoln. So we're starting our streak of 80-degree temperatures again. Earlier this month, we had 3 consecutive days. Looks like we'll likely have 3 consecutive days going forward between today, Friday, and for Saturday. Temperatures around southeast Nebraska right now ranging from the mid-70s to lower 80s still as of 5 o'clock. Visible satellite imagery showing you how we've got a mixture of sun and clouds across the area right now. A little band of clouds from Fairbury up towards York and up towards Greeley at this hour. Again, I think we'll see mostly clear skies as we go through the rest of the evening and overnight. And because of that, there will be another chance for seeing the space station this evening for 6 minutes. Another long viewing possible. 6 minutes starting at 7:37. It starts at the west-northwestern sky and then exits off to the south-southeast. So grab the kids, head outside, and look up this evening and watch the space station flying over at 17,500 miles per hour. For the rest of this evening, we'll see our temperatures on the mild side. 71 degrees by 6. We'll be dropping off only into the 50s tomorrow morning. Got down to 52 degrees this morning in Lincoln. I think we'll better that by 1 degree tomorrow. Down to 53 degrees, 52 in Hastings, and 54 degrees in York. For tomorrow morning, we're going to start with mostly sunny skies. Now, I do think by mid-afternoon, we'll start to see some high-level clouds beginning to stream into the area. Clouds up over 15,000 feet, and that will obscure the sun, but that's not going to stop temperatures from warming during the afternoon. It's now going to feel more like an August day than an early October day. So we're talking highs getting up to 86 degrees in Lincoln, 86 for a high in Beatrice, 85 in York, and 85 degrees in Grand Island. Winds will be out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It'll make for a warm evening for high school football games. By 7 o'clock, kickoff for our game of the week, Wahoo versus Ashland and Greenwood, 80 degrees. 8 o'clock temperature of 75 and 70 degrees by 9 o'clock. On Saturday, we're going to see even warmer temperatures coming our way. The one difference will be we'll likely see a veil of clouds filtering out some sunshine, but that still allows temperatures to warm. We're talking 15 to 20 degrees above normal. High temperatures up near 87 to 88 degrees. There wouldn't surprise me if a few locations hit 90 on Saturday afternoon. Now, this system's going to stay off to our north. A cold front will pass through here Sunday morning. The front's going to pass dry. In fact, we'll see some sunshine busting out Sunday before the actual cold front, or at least the cooler air, arrives later Sunday evening. But along with that, we're going to watch upper level low that's streaming up through from the south to the northeast. That's going to bring us a chance for some rain late Sunday night and continuing through portions of Monday. We then turn our attention out to the system out to the west. Mentioned this yesterday when it was the energy sitting over northeastern China as of yesterday, and it's still slowly moving eastward. But by the weekend, it starts to move down the west coast and into the Rockies by early next week. It may bring some snow to higher elevations. Ahead of this, we'll likely see temperatures warming again into the 70s to near 80 degrees by Wednesday, and there will be a chance for some stronger thunderstorms at some point during the day on Wednesday. And it's not out of the question. I think we could get some very strong wind gusts coming through the area with these thunderstorms during the day on Wednesday before that finally moves off to the northeast. We can see some cooler air spilling into the area for the end of next week. 7-day forecast, 76 degrees on Sunday. Again, it's going to be a windy weekend, I think. Rain coming late Sunday night, continuing through Monday morning. And then next week, we'll see temperatures falling off a little bit. 77 degrees, though, still by Wednesday. It's by the end of the week and into next week, and we'll see temperatures dropping back into the 60s. I think some of you will likely have temperatures down into the 30s.
Oh, it's creeping down there slowly but surely.
Before you know it, those lows are going to be in that right around that freezing mark.
Yeah, but before then, I think it's going to feel really weird to have a Husker football game in October that highs are in the mid to upper 80s.
And I was also going to say, we're not too far away from the days where people are going to hear 50s and are going to be wearing shorts outside.
Yes, that's true.
You always see that, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, John. In Nebraska, there's a lack of American Indian educators and school administrators.
That's right, and a program at UNL is aiming to address it. Take a look.
There are more than 2,100 school administrators in the state of Nebraska, and only 0.1% are American Indian or Alaskan Native. That's data from the Nebraska Department of Education.
It's one of the biggest lacks in Indian education today is a lack of administrative support. Students can see teachers, but administrators is a different thing.
Nancy Engen-Wadeen works for the Indigenous Roots Teacher Education Program, which prepares American Indian students to become teachers at UNL. A new grant from the U.S. Department of Education will expand the program to training administrators.
First of all, there's a huge lack of post-secondary education in communities and in the areas where a lot of Native Americans live. It's the access to opportunity for, post-secondary education. That's number one. That's a barrier to many students.
Engen-Wadeen says Native American students aren't used to seeing teachers or administrators who look like them.
I had one of our first graduates was in the classroom for one of her first days of teaching, and her students were in shock that she was the teacher in the classroom. That's a travesty. I think she actually struggled partly because of that.
Amy LaPointe participated in the program and is an education director for the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska.
Understanding, what the needs are for our children in the community. We have a lot of, issues that, we only know about. So we have a lot of teachers that drive into the community, don't really know our history, don't know our culture.
LaPointe is determined to have educators reflect the kids they are teaching.
Having more of a personal connection on that level, seeing, natives in the classroom, because that's not kind of normal right now, and it hasn't never been.
When will you know that you have made progress?
It'll take a while, but I think when we can really have an opportunity to have all of our teachers, all of our community have represented, and even all of them, every single one is Native, it would be great.
Some more national news now. In Texas, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the new restrictive abortion law that went into effect last month.
The judge deeming the law unconstitutional. This is after the Justice Department sued Texas to challenge it. The law bans abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy with no exception for rape or incest. It also gives private citizens the right to sue anyone who abides and abets an unlawful abortion.
She was crying, and we began to explore options and think through the logistics of if she would be able to go out of state for the care that she needed.
Officials say this is an important step forward. The state of Texas has appealed the judge's ruling, though, which means the law could end up back in the Supreme Court. Some healthcare providers are hesitant to offer abortions again, worried that they may be retroactively sued if the law is reinstated.
It was a great day on Wall Street. Dow jumping 338 points, NASDAQ gaining 152. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, a pack of pirates is searching for some treasure.
And they're bringing some scary good times to the neighborhood this Halloween. Dozens of people came out to visit this bright display at a home in California. For the past 17 years, Paul and June DeBacker have created holiday spectaculars for their neighbors to take in. And this year, they recreated the famed Black Pearl ship from Disney's The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, a lot of people.
We kind of do it for the kids. I mean, this neighborhood is, it's an older neighborhood, so we want to kind of get kids to come and enjoy the ship, and hopefully they come out trick-or-treating at our house.
Isn't that cool, though? I mean, as a kid, I still remember certain displays I saw, when I was younger,
Yeah, and as I was going to say, some people, they really put a lot of time and effort into doing this, and it makes so many people happy.
Yeah, get this, it's entirely handmade, this particular one, and is loaded with cannons and, of course, the ghostly crew. Every night until Halloween, the Black Pearl will come to life with lights, music, and a fog machine.
Wow. Well,
super cool.
Yeah, John, before you know it, Halloween's going to be here, but until then, let's enjoy the mild temps.
Aren't you glad it feels like it's August? Temperatures today into the low 80s. We hit 81. We're going to see more 80s over the next couple of days. 70 degrees by 8 o'clock, 66 degrees by 10. If you want to go out and see the space station this evening, if you don't get this written down, I just tweeted this out and also posted this on my Facebook page. Visible for 6 minutes starting at 7:37 this evening.
Captain John, thank you very much. And thank you all for joining us today.
Arg. We'll see you at 6 o'clock. World News is next.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, all in world-famous DQ soft serve? What a rush. Get it delivered